Hey, it's Jeff Walker, and today I want to talk about how I have built my business. Lots of people, they ask me like if you could start over again, or how did you do it? And wow, you've got all this huge success. How did you do it? And so today I want to share the one thing that has made all the difference, and that's partnership. It's something that it turns out I didn't know I was good at, but I'm really, really good at. I'm always focused on partnership. And a lot of times people, they look in our industry, they instantly think of a joint venture partnership or affiliate relationship where someone's mailing their list about your product and they just want that magic JV relationship where they get someone with a really big list to mail and they'll sell a lot of products and all their dreams come true. And it never works that way. It just doesn't. I'll just take that hope away from you. But what I will say is partnership has been the secret sauce that has worked for me. And when I'm talking about partnership, I have used joint venture partnerships. I've had affiliates mail for me. I've done launch after launch that have done multi-million dollars because of my joint venture partnerships and my affiliate relationships. But what has really built the business over the long term is the true partnerships, where I'm helping people out, they're helping me out. And it's not even like we're trading, favors for each other. It's just coming at the world, coming into business with an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset of how can I help this other person? How can I create value in their lives? And I've seen this over and over. Last weekend, I spent hanging out at Frank Kern's house. And Frank Kern, very significant trainer in this industry. And I've known Frank since 2003. And Andy Jenkins was there. I've known Andy since like 2007. Dean Graziosi, good friend of mine, I've known for 5 or 6 years. Never done any business with Dean Graziosi, but I've helped him out a huge amount, and he's helped me out a huge amount. And we were hanging out at Frank's house, having like a 4-hour lunch, doing nothing but talking about our families and our kids, but also about business and sort of brainstorming with each other. It wasn't about promoting each other. It was about helping each other, building value. I gave Frank some great ideas that I'm sure it's going to be worth millions of dollars for him in the next few years. He gave me some great ideas that are going to be worth millions of dollars for me. And it's just sort of having each other's back. And when we first met, Frank and I, we were just attendees at the back of a conference. We were at a conference, there's all these other speakers up there. Well, the thing is nowadays you would never have heard of any of those speakers because they didn't have partnership. But the folks, Frank and I and a few others in the back, we had a partnership. And I've seen this over and over. That's how you build longevity in this business. This is how you get to success and how you continue to have success, because no man or woman or person can be an island. It doesn't work in business. You can't just be an island off sitting at your desk not communicating with people. You have to get out, you have to build relationships, you have to deliver value. I think of my friend Brian Kurtz. Brian is, if you haven't heard of him, he is an incredible presence in this industry. He's been running Boardroom, which does tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars over the last several decades in direct marketing. They do offline, online. They're this huge force. And Brian runs Boardroom. And when I first met him, he was speaking at a seminar. There's another seminar. I was just an attendee out in attendee land. But he took time at that seminar, even though he was this huge presence, huge industry knowledge, huge experience. But he took a lot of time out at that event and answered questions to me. And I could tell this guy just had this huge heart. And then years later, or maybe a decade later, when I had become well known, I helped him out. I just got on the phone and coached him through a launch, just because that's what I do. I help people out, and he had helped me out a decade earlier. And then fast forward a few years later, and I invited him to come out to one of my Plat Plus meetings. That's my highest end clients, incredible mastermind group. I invited him to come out, and he did this favor to me of coming out to the event and just being a guest and helping people out at the event. I thought it was so amazing. And so the tables kept turning. And then they turned once more because the group was so awesome. He asked me to join it, and he became a client of mine. I see this over and over where people come into this industry and they create value, they create real value, and they create relationships, and those relationships move forward through time. And You just never know the twists and turns. But I hope that you get out there, get out to live events, build value for people. Or, it doesn't have to be live events, but just get to know people in your industry, build value for them, give first. Don't go in thinking, what can I get out of this relationship? Go in thinking, what can I give to this relationship? How can I create value for this person? Create a real partnership. I'm not talking about a piece of paper. I'm not talking about an affiliate relationship. I'm talking about going in and building value for someone, becoming friends with them, really resonating with them, coming with abundance first, and you just will be shocked. You will be shocked what that will do for you over time. So I'm Jeff Walker, and if you're watching this blog or watching this video anywhere besides at my blog at jeffwalker.com, head over there. That's where all the community is. That's where all the action is. That's where the goodies are. That's where I'm in there answering comments and questions. Scroll down, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and get out there and create real value for your partners and your soon-to-be partners.